The Tommy Boyd Breakfast Show
on Original 106.
Now, my suggestion this morning is that this government's plan to allow us to drive on the hard shoulder under normal conditions, not just under great congestion, seems to me to be a good use of resources. And whilst there's always what happens if there is a car pulls over because it's broken down on the hard shoulder, I guess there'll be a speed limit on the hard shoulder of something like 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, 40 miles, a special speed limit.
Yeah.
They'll have to think it through.
Yeah.
And cars that break down, they can often get beyond the hard shoulder. Mind you, you don't see many broken down cars these days. Cars are so good, aren't they?
No, they are.
And 4x4s are fantastic.
Well, get this. 89% of Land Rovers were reported breakdown-free last year. 89%. Very good.
These guys, they earn their money, they buy their 45k 4x4, and then they're stuck in a traffic jam in Bayswater. How frustrating. Or else they're going up the M27 or the M23 or any M way, and there they are, stuck in a jam, and they look to their left and there's all this embankment. And they bought a vehicle that can use that. And I say it must be very frustrating for them. It adds to the congestion, it adds to CO2 emissions. I can't see what is wrong with letting 4x4s go where they can go next to a motorway. How good are they at getting up and down mountains?
Well, I think this is a good point, because they can take a gradient of 45 degrees, an approach angle of up to 50 degrees. OK.
So they can travel along with one wheel a foot higher than the other one. 2 feet higher than the other one. Now, that's what you need to travel on those embankments. Sheep do it.
They do. Exactly. And they have exceptional axle articulation, don't forget, which means that's, you know, the wheels have vertical travel, and obviously they can, because of the traction, go over uneven surfaces.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think this is quite an interesting point. So it could work.
Who'd object? This does seem to be almost the perfect idea.
The Tommy Boyd Breakfast Show. Back tomorrow morning from 7
on Original 106.
Everybody wake up!
The Tommy Boyd Breakfast Show
on Original 106.
For the best football supporters in the world, we need a 12th man here. Where are you? Where are you? Let's be having you! Come on!
That's so good.
I think that's about one of the funniest things there is.
Good old Delia.
Oh, yeah, and she must be so painfully embarrassed.
Do you think? She slurs at the beginning.
Alex Ferguson
This is supposed to be.
Game, haven't you? Isn't that what he asked for?
Well, I'm sure if he was watching it tonight, Kevin, he could have no arguments about the way Leeds went about their job and really tested your team.
And we're playing Notts Forest on Thursday, and he objected to that.
Oh.
Now, that was fixed up 4 months ago. We were supposed to play Notts Forest. I mean, that sort of stuff, we're bigger than that.
But that's part and parcel of the psychological battle, Kevin, isn't
No,
it?
that's... when you do that with footballers, like he said about Leeds, and when you do things like that about a man like Stuart Pearce, I've kept really quiet, but I'll tell you something. He went down in my estimation when he said that. We have not resorted to that, but I'll tell you, you can tell him now, if you're watching it, we're still fighting for this title, and he's got to go to Middlesbrough and get something. And I'll tell you, honestly, I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Now that is considered by most people to be the best kind of completely off your guard, showing your soul to the world sporting moment that we've had in Britain so far is Kevin Keegan's famous rant against Sir Alex Ferguson.
And I like him for that.
And there's a childlikeness about it.
Yeah, there is.
It's almost lips trembling. It's almost...
He's
Mum,
angry.
Mum, Kevin's got my ball. You know,
Yeah, it is like that.
It is. It's
It
petulant
is.
and childlike and endearing.
Yes, absolutely
I kept quiet until now, but I would love it. I would love it.
Bless him.
But is it as good?
For the best football supporters in the world, we need a 12th man here. Where are you? Where are you? Let's be having you! Come on!
The Tommy Boyd Breakfast Show. Back tomorrow morning from 7
on Original 106.
Everybody wake up!
The Tommy Boyd Breakfast Show
on Original 106.
Where
So this is what happened to me, right? I'm working in children's television.
Yeah.
And we get an exclusive interview with the man who does the voice of Scooby-Doo.
Right.
On the phone from his home in Bel Air.
Wow.
Right. Now, you ring the guy up, first of all, just to say hi, and then you go to switch the tape recordings on and everything to get the interview, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. Now, guess how he answered the phone? And this was what was awkward, right? So I dialed. I think he's dead now. I dialed and I got, burp, burp, you know, like it does in Hollywood.
Yeah, American phone. Yeah.
And then you hear, and you think, I'm through. I wonder if I got the right number. And the voice at the other end goes, Ruby, Ruby, Roo! How sad
Really?
is that? So I said,
dear.
could I speak to Mr. Carl Wiseman, please? Ruby, Ruby, Roo!
Oh, no.
Jeez. I said, hello, it's Children's ITV here. Oh, no. Anyway, cut a short story long. The whole of the pre-thing, which is where I explained what the interview was about, where we were going with it, had to be done between me and Scooby-Doo.
Oh, wow, great.
Oh, no.
I know. I mean, how sad is that? I did say to him, it's not. I did say to him at one point, you don't have to be Scooby-Doo all the while. Do you know how he got the job?
No.
Oh.
He was a ventriloquist.
Oh.
And so he did voices. And he had a puppet dog.
I see.
And somebody saw him and they were doing the cartoon thing, and so they got him in to do the gig. Just the other one, very quickly, because this was spooky. I also had to phone up, because she was still alive, the woman who was Snow White in the movie.
Okay.
The voice.
Oh, really?
Oh, hello.
Oh, I'd like to speak to her.
Yeah, it was lovely. But here's the thing, she was 87, right? And I had these memories of her at 60. I fell in love with Snow
Oh, you didn't
White.
fancy a cartoon character, did you?
I fancied that rabbit.
No.
Yeah, do you know, I fancy
Jessica.
Aladdin.
No, Helen.
What kind of hots do you get for Aladdin?
Well,
then?
it's funny because when I went to Disneyland
Yeah.
and I actually saw Aladdin, I
Yeah.
really fancied him, but
Yeah.
I always had a bit of a thing for him on the cartoon, watching the film. Is that strange?
When you say a
Yes.
thing for him,
Is it? Oh.
you see, men know exactly. We have real indicators of whether or not we are
Yes, yes.
Yes.
interested
A
in a man.
stirring.
Yeah, yeah. And I didn't get that for Snow White because I was only 12 when I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I did get that for Jessica Rabbit.
Did you?
Yes.
Do you remember Jessica
Yeah,
Rabbit
yeah,
in the
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins
Yeah,
movie?
yeah.
But she was sexy.
So I'm the same with Aladdin.
So, yeah, and then I went to Disney World, like you, and I saw the parade, and there's Snow White, and I just was taken up with, So then, I'm
weird.
phoning California, okay, and again, boop, 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 and you're phoning the home of Snow White,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And this voice comes on. Remember, she's 87, and the voice comes on and goes, oh, hello. She hadn't aged vocally.
Oh.
1 nanosecond. I said, could I speak to Nanette, please? Oh, this is she.
Did you go into whistle while you work?
Well, exactly. I said, do you know, I said, you really haven't changed. She said, well, but you can see me. But
The Tommy Boyd Breakfast Show. Back tomorrow morning from 7.
On Original 106.